So a couple of weeks ago, whoa, my hands look huge. So a couple of weeks ago, I finally got the DJI Mavic Pro. I was so excited, so happy. Now I've had several different drones. All of them have been DJI, except for the first one I got was a little cheap one, and that one promptly flew the hell away. I was out at a soccer field near my parents' house, and I started to fly the drone. And I tried to do this cool shot where my friend kind of lowered both the Phantom 4 and the Mavic Pro at the same time. But it was his first time using a drone, so he wasn't really good with it, so they kind of came down at a different pace. So the day started out great. It was a nice day, it wasn't too cool out. To give you a frame of reference, this was me at the start of the day. So I started flying the drone over to my parents' house, which is about a mile away, not quite. I'd probably say it's about half a mile to a quarter of a mile away. And all the specs on the Mavic Pro say that I can go up to 4 miles. So at some point I lost communication to it, which has happened to me before with several of the other DJI drones. So I hit the go home button, and then I waited, and waited, and waited, and waited, and waited. And waited, and waited, and waited. But it was pretty clear that it wasn't coming back to me. So I left my friend at the field and I said, hey, just wait here, see if anything shows up. I went to the exact spot where it stopped communicating, which was right out front of my father's house. But there was no drone. To give you a frame of reference, this was me during this time. So I didn't know what to do, because if it loses communication, it's supposed to either go back to the home point, which had already been set, or it's supposed to land right where it's at. Neither of those scenarios happened, so I had no clue where this drone went. Which was scary, because if you've ever seen these things, the blades on them are crazy fast. So after about an hour, I knew the battery was dead. I knew it had landed somewhere. I drove around, looked for it, couldn't find it anywhere. So it was time to just give up. So I called DJI that day. I keep calling them DJI, it's DJI. And I filed a claim. They told me to send them some diagnostics off my cell phone, which I did. So then I heard back from them like 3 days later, and they couldn't pull any of the diagnostic information from what I sent them. So in short, they had no real answer for why this thing fell. Or didn't return home. So then the next step was they asked me to send them the remote. Right here. All that was left of my once glorious drone. So I mailed it to them. Now because this was during the Christmas, New Year's time, I didn't hear back from them for about 2 weeks. And when I did, it was not great news. They told me they couldn't find anything wrong in the controller, and they couldn't find anything wrong with the diagnostics. I gave him a call and explained to him, hey, I've got 3 other drones, I've got your Osmo, I'm not unfamiliar with your products, and I know if something's my mistake, then hey, it's my fault. But I was fairly confident I didn't mess up this time. So unfortunately, they told me there was nothing they could do, and they were sending me back the remote. Needless to say, I was furious. To give you a frame of reference, this is me. So after that entire situation, I called them once again and I explained my case. Look guys, I'm a loyal customer. I love your products. Please don't make me hate you guys. But after being on the phone with them for nearly 2 hours, they told me that all they were doing was sending me back the remote. Once again, frame of reference, me. So then UPS tried to deliver the package, but I wasn't home to sign for it, so I had to go to the UPS store. They couldn't find the package. It took like 3 extra days, and I didn't even really care because what the hell am I gonna do with a remote for a drone I no longer have possession of? So I open the box, I take a look at my remote, and it's just depressing all over again. Just to see the remote and know that there's no drone. But after I took the remote out, the box still felt heavy. No way. DJI sent me another drone. I don't know why they didn't just tell me that, but it's kind of even more awesome that they didn't tell me and dealt with my nasty emails and my nasty phone calls pretty much every day for 3 weeks, only to send me a brand new drone. Now, I mean, I get it. As far as they're concerned, that was probably my mistake, even though I know it wasn't. But from their point of view, I get it. But still, to take somebody who's a loyal customer and send them a brand new drone, that's how you get a customer for life. And I will be a DJI customer forever. And that's how to make your customers go from to and I'll continue to support this company for as long as they do business exactly like this.